Hello everyone. This started out as a very interesting year, 2012. We were very successful in stopping Japanese whaling activities, and I've always found that you have to expect the unexpected. So on April 13th, I found myself arrested at Frankfurt Airport on an extradition demand from Costa Rica, of all countries. Came as a bit of a surprise, but it goes back to about 10 years ago when we intercepted some poachers in Guatemalan waters. They happened to be Costa Rican poachers, but the Guatemalan government gave us permission to intercept them and stop their illegal activities, which we did. Nobody was injured. There was no property damage to their vessel, but we carried on to Costa Rica, and I found myself being charged because the fishermen complained. These shark poachers complained and said that we had endangered their life. Well, we didn't. But anyway, we went into court because we were making this movie called Sharkwater, which turned out to be quite a very famous and award-winning movie. And most of the footage was gathered from that incident with this Costa Rican vessel called the Veradero, which was illegally finning sharks. So we showed our film and presented our witnesses, and the court in Punta Arenas, Costa Rica, dismissed the charges. So we went back to our vessel, and 2 days later, we were arrested again. Because they appointed another judge and another prosecutor, and we went back into court and showed our film and presented our witnesses, and they once again dismissed the charges. And then we got clearance to leave Costa Rica, and we left. We were working with the Cocos Island Rangers and providing them with equipment and supplies and helping them to clean up the toxic waste that was on the island. And didn't hear anything more about it for 10 years when suddenly I found myself arrested for the endangerment of the lives of these fishermen, who, by the way, were never injured in any way whatsoever. Why is this happening? Good question. Interpol dismissed the warrant from Costa Rica as being politically motivated. So in every other country it wasn't there. I just happened to have the bad luck of landing in Germany. How was I to know that Germany was going to act on a Costa Rican warrant? It's very coincidental that this warrant was issued in October of 2011, the same month that the Japanese got $30 million from the Tsunami Earthquake Relief Fund in order to use that in their efforts to undermine Sea Shepherd's activities. They started by a civil suit against us in the United States court, which they lost. And then they also hired PR firms to attack us everywhere they could. And of course they were overturning every rock and looking into every crack in the wall, trying to find a way to stop us. And I guess they stumbled on this old case in Costa Rica, and the president of Costa Rica met with the prime minister in Japan, the prime minister of Japan, yeah, which seemed to be more than coincidental. And the next thing you know, I'm being charged on this. We're not too concerned about the trial. We can win a trial in Costa Rica if we're given the opportunity to have a fair trial, because we have everything on film, plus we have the witnesses. The problem is that they want to extradite me and hold me in a prison in Costa Rica for like up to a year until they set a trial date. And I find that completely unfair and unacceptable. And so that's what we're fighting. I don't think that either Costa Rica or Germany really anticipated the level of response, of support for Sea Shepherd because of this. And since then we've gotten the support of the Brazilian Senate, the French Senate. We got a letter of support from the 5 nations of the Iroquois. We got support from the Green parties all around the world, from Daniel Cohn-Bendit, who is Vice President of the European Parliament, from José Bové, from Brigitte Bardot. All over the world we've been getting this kind of support. And I think that this has turned out to be a wonderful opportunity to focus international attention on the real problem here, which is the illegal killing of sharks. And for what? For a bowl of soup. That's pretty much what they're being wiped out for, so that a status symbol can be enjoyed for a very short time until they go extinct in China. So we're looking on this as a great opportunity to focus that attention on this issue. And I'm confident that that we'll be able to use it in that way. I can't say that I don't know what is going to happen if I do get extradited to Costa Rica. I can't say with any confidence I'll get a fair trial, but I can say with complete confidence that we will exploit this opportunity for everything it's worth in order to get our message across that we're killing our oceans. We're killing our oceans by overfishing everything. We're killing our oceans by destroying the whales and the sea turtles and the sharks. And I think it's worth the risk. We don't live on this planet with a dead ocean. The oceans die, we die. It's as simple as that. So I think that's certainly worth the risk of being jailed in Costa Rica. I think it's certainly worth the sacrifice of having my freedom restricted. So, and I think it's also certainly worth the risk of my own life if I were to go to Costa Rica. Because this is bigger than any of us. This is really about the protection of the entire human species, because we're undermining the very life support system which supports us, and that is the oceans. If the oceans die, we die.